Hey guys, and welcome back to Roll for Damage. Tonight we are playing our Heart of the Plains game. It's a high-level D&D5e game. These lovely people, players, characters, are all level 17. So they are going to get up to some shenanigans tonight.
Oh. Shenanigans is
We
the
love
word.
shenanigans.
Yeah.
Shenanigans?
Yeah, it's just a role play night, no combat. It's gonna be sick.
Fucking shenanigans. If I see combat, I'm running the other way. I'm in for shenanigans and nothing else.
The next time I
Can't
hear
wait to go to the
shenanigans,
tavern.
someone's getting pistol whipped.
All right. Anyways,
Shenanigans?
yes, as Unc Scorp just pointed out, we are almost at 1,000 followers. 16
Yes.
left. So let's try to hit that number tonight.
Yep, there's dabs on the line if it happens.
Yes, there is.
And or Reese's Eternal Soul. It's mainly
So-
that.
Too.
Oh, right.
Please follow, please.
So, before we start tonight, I want to thank Bree for the amazing artwork. As you can see right now, Dominic is on screen and he looks freaking awesome. She is doing She's doing a bunch more art for upcoming games, and I'm very much looking forward to seeing how all that turns out. What else? We have to thank a few people who have managed to help get us these players. So we have Wonders and Blunders, a Canadian-based podcast, which Agent Number One is a part of. It's a really, really good game. You should just definitely listen to it. He'll give us more information about that. But it's this like horror comedy vibe. Last time I checked it out. Next up, we have Nerds of the West, which is another West Australian-based channel, both YouTube and Twitch, and they are very much based on board games and stuff like that. So go check them out. That's where we got our lovely Reese. And last but not least, there Be Dragons, another WA-based thing. So it's a podcast doing a homebrew 5e D&D game, which we have Josh from.
Hey.
So he will tell you more about that as well. And Shro just lives with me, so she gets dragged in. She's here.
It's just a joy to have.
Ah.
And she foolishly agreed to live with you for like ever, very
Yeah, I
recently
know.
as well.
Yes.
Yeah.
Our engagement. So, other than that, you can find out more information about the channel Roll for Damage in the panels below. We have our Patreon, which will be adding more things to, and it'll be touched up. We put it up earlier this week, and we're still sort of like fine-tuning a few things with that, so that'll be good. We have a YouTube, which has all the Ruffians game up as of tomorrow. There'll be the second half of the final episode.
Yes.
It was a really, really good game. You have to check it out. It's only 6 episodes long, so that makes it nice and easy to consume. And also, all of the Heart of the Plains games are going up. We are currently 2 weeks ahead of the YouTube. So they will have episode 7, I believe, coming out on Tuesday next week. And we are episode 9 right now. So, you know, it's getting there.
That's one where I get my arm blown off. So
Yeah,
be
great.
sure to
My
watch
favorite one
that
so
one.
far.
It's a good one.
And then the leg and
The leg's already up. That was a fun
we're
one.
going through that.
But the other than that, you can also find our merch store and Twitter and all the other stuff in the panels below. So please go check it out. All right, so let's go through the players, starting with Reese.
Hello, I'm Reese. I am playing Felix O'Farah tonight, the lovable assassin rogue who just can't seem to catch a damn break. He's lost a leg, he's lost an arm, he's lost his favorite rapier. He's just made a pact with a demon lord. He's not. It's not a good week. Just putting it out there. It's not a
Having
good
a
week.
time.
Yeah.
Aw.
You can't see it, but I'm crying on the inside.
Next up, we have Agent Number One playing Dominic.
Hello, I am Agent Number One. I play Dominic, who is our shooty arcane archer boy. He's excited because we've been going through this library and visiting everybody's horrible, scarring memories, and we haven't hit his yet. So I'm really excited to be horribly scarred and see what Nova pulls out of a hat. As you mentioned, I'm also part of the Wonders and Blunders crew, which is a Canadian podcast that is kind of comedy horror. But we also just did a little mini film noir arc that we finished recording last weekend. So the last of those episodes are coming up shortly, and they're a fun little romp where we get to play all sorts of wacky characters different from our own before heading back to the main story. So yeah, check us out.
All right. Next up, we have Shogro, who plays Tig.
Hi everybody, I'm Showgirl. I play Tig in this wonderful campaign full of shenanigans and plane hopping and all sorts of bad days. You can pretty much always find me here on the channel in some capacity. Also on the Monday night games for our Warhammer D&D thing where I'm outrageously French. But tonight we're here to continue going through the library. Last week we saw Tig's sad little bit of backstory, which had a lot of tears. Big, manly, hairy tears included from...
I had
Felix.
water in my eyes.
It was a bug.
Yeah.
Never been a mum before.
Hooked
It's
us.
nice.
Yeah, so let's see what happens next.
All right. And last but not least, once again, we have Josh.
Yo. Hi, everybody. I'm Josh Walker, or Josh the Pirate. I am a voice actor, puppeteer, and antique reupholsterer living in Perth. And I do a couple of things. I played this game where I am Valistay, your bard, your friendly neighborhood bard with a demon blade. And I am also Scan Felspar in There Be Dragons. We're a bit ahead as well, so it's really cool to go back and listen to the episodes as they come out because we're about a year and a half ahead of actually our release schedule. So yeah, that ep 16 just came out, I think, yeah, it's really good, and you should check it out where you find all your good podcasty things.
Right. Yeah, so I think that's all the thank yous and the introductions done. But now we need to do the recap. Yes, the guy with the blue R4D mug and not the red R4D mug that I stole from Shro.
That's when I went,
Gandalf.
I was looking
Happily
for it.
barding.
Give it back.
Well, not now.
So yeah. So anyways,
Have it.
I believe you, Agent, decided that you wanted to do the recap today.
Yeah, I felt full of energy, so why not? So when we last left our intrepid adventurers, we had been rampaging through I'm going to call it the Library of the Damned. The library belonging to the Queen of Ravens, existing in the Shadowfell. We got there with the help of one casual demon. You may have heard of him, Baphomet, cool guy, head of a Minotaur, Reese's best friend, eternally enslaving him in a binding contract that he had basically no choice but to take. We showed up at that place. We took a nap outside. Baphomet went and got a lunch buffet for him and Tig at the local Shatterkai village, and unfortunately Josh hid the delicious meal that he brought back, and we weren't able to consume the flesh of the recently departed. We knocked on the door after puzzling how do we open a door for a couple of minutes. Tig figured out knocking was the answer, and we entered the library where the fog machines kicked in and filled the place to the brim. Wandering around in this what appears to just be a normal casual library, we ran into a flaming haired crusading knight who we were like, we're totally the good people, don't worry about us, and she was like, okay, I'm gonna go chase off these ghosts. She disappeared into the shadows, and then we recently learned that was actually a fragment of the Queen of Ravens, Lady of Ravens, who is split into all these different things. I think maybe based on various sins and virtues. I think she was Wrath or something, and we're on a different one now. Anyway, we then proceeded to find out that all the books in the library actually contained the memories of people, and if a mortal reads more than one book, they explode. We haven't really cared to figure out. Baphomet is really upset because he does not get to enjoy eating the memories like we do. So we opened a book. It was Valistay's book. He picked between Valistay and Void, his staff, and thankfully he picked Valistay because God knows what kind of horrors are in that other book. And we got to watch as he murdered a house full of people and lied to his best friend Reese. So Reese was like, all right, Valistay, you are no longer my best friend. Baphomet is now my best friend.
Yeah, he did. That.
We're going to be
recall
together.
this.
Yep,
Forever.
that's exactly how it happened.
Forever. We then continued on. It was pretty sad. Val tried to be a good guy, but he, everybody wants that staff. So we then opened up the book of Tig, and it was really, really sad. We discovered the story about how Tig's family died from people actually wielding that said staff. Who burned down the village, murdered her siblings and family, and then Tig got saved by some trees, who led her out of the village and took her in. It was really, it was rough old time. Then we left. We ran into another just casual low-level demon, Mephistopheles, archdemon of the 8th layer of hell, I believe.
Yep.
He offered us a deal that was really bad. So we told them to 180 pop shove it, and we walked on out. Baphomet tried to attack him, got totally dunked on, and then we continued on our way. We found another one of these flaming red-haired sword-wielding knight fragments, which we followed into a boat. We traveled through the mist and found ourselves on the top of a boat, where there are also a number of other different gods. It looks like we're on a boat with the precursor story to a bunch of the gods of the world. That's my best guess. I don't really know. I'm only 500 years old, so who knows?
Can I make a correction on that?
Sure.
Because I have my handy dandy notes. She didn't have red hair.
Oh, I think you're right.
Remember that? She didn't have red hair. She had like white hair.
Not red hair.
She had white hair. She had white hair.
Honey-colored hair.
And had like smoke coming out of it.
Yes.
So I guess all the fragments have something different. We don't know which one this one is, but she seems nice. So we're about to figure out what happens on this boat.
First impressions.
Yeah.
Combat has not initiated.
Yeah, that's an important point.
We are not fighting gods yet.
Yes.
Hope springs eternal.
So, we will start off there then.
As does Felix with one leg.
You're all on the back of this boat. I'm just trying to find my notes. You're on the back of this boat. As yourselves, you kind of look around and you can taste the sea spray. It feels very real. Like you can hear your feet tapping on the floor. You can actually touch the railing in front of you. You can move around. As you look about yourself, you notice you're in the sort of clothes you'd expect well-appointed sailors, like maybe merchant sailors, to be wearing. And you do have some autonomy here. You guys can now roleplay if you'd like.
Okay.
Did we recognize any of these people from Legends? I'm trying to remember. It looks like I rolled a 12 on a religion check last time we played, so probably not.
Well, the thing is, like, they are like the new gods of the world. So, like, you can figure out quite a bit just from common knowledge of people telling you stories and putting things together. I think I said anything above a 10, so it was just Tig who was like, but she's actually met some of these people before, so she recognizes some of them. Actually, no, you've met all of them before.
Mm-hmm. That's correct. I have.
Although I'd say make a history check, but I think that's also an intelligence roll. And since you rolled 11 last time, take 3 of your intelligence. You still wind up as an 8, so I just say it's been so long ago that you don't remember.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, you're all sitting there. You do have some autonomy. You can ask me any questions about the boat, the people. You can try to pay attention to them and see what you want. Just, let's go.
I think last we set off here, something was mentioned about the elven lady, the one that turned out to be Cyrene. I'm pretty sure that was mentioned that Felix or Tig knew who that was.
Yes.
Felix did.
Yes.
Felix did. Okay.
He's
Cool.
19. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Well, honestly, Tig's gonna go. I would like to go and investigate at the front of the ship. You said they're all at the front at the moment.
Yeah, they're all kind of just looking off.
And we watched a landmass sink into the earth.
No, not at all that. Don't know where you're getting that from. That is, you are leaving a landmass. Behind you is a set of mountains from the continent you have just left.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
what it looks like when you sail away from something. It's
sorry. My notes. I made an error in my notes. Sorry. Yeah.
It just assumes every island goes under the waves as soon as you sail away from it.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh my god! All landmass is destroyed when I leave.
Still wrapping her head around.
When the sun
object
goes
permanence.
down, it's just going for a swim. I'm gonna probably go and help.
Hey, should
with
we
the ship.
go chat to the boys? Like, is that a thing we could do?
We go talk.
I guess we go.
Okay.
I'd like to just investigate the ship as much as I can while they chat.
Okay, so we'll do that first. Do you want to just roll a history check?
Yeah, I know you had said that I didn't recognize the ship in terms of its make. Like I didn't. It wasn't kind of from my era.
Yeah.
So, history check. Yeah,
Yep.
I can make that. 19.
Jesus, +8. That's good. So, you know this is sort of older, more archaic dwarven shipwright. They're called when they build a ship. So, you know, it's a they're quite wide and low, and they're made of like layer and layer of thick, sturdy materials. Dwarves don't tend to work in woods very often. So when they do for ships, they tend to just make it bulky and big. You sort of get the idea that while there's no weapons on the surface, on the top deck, there might be some low, but there must only be like one deck which should allow that. You do see that there are quite a number of dwarves, and as you look off and around, you sort of notice that you're in a fleet. There's other ships of the same type moving. It's almost a small armada, but it's all sort of merchant trading vessels. There is a single sort of steam-powered looking ship, which does have a sort of, the bottom of it is made of metal, and it sort of seems to have almost decorative wooden top deck, but that is not the one you are on. And
Number
it's
of
a
masts?
Dwarven ships. They all look like they're dwarven ships.
yeah, and this ship you're on does have masts. Yeah,
Number?
3.
Just for my own mental image for length. Yeah.
Galleons.
They're quite beefy ships.
Yeah.
It's just that they're more squat and low than
Yeah.
long and tall, like a lot of ships tend to be.
Yeah, I'm gonna play my own wisdom and my own fascination with ships as a shippy boy, and I'm gonna just while they chat to the characters, I think Dom is gonna get a little lost in. I also don't really have experience with dwarves, despite living 500 years. I stayed away from all the dwarven colonies, so I'd be just interested in how these boats work. I think I'd lose myself a little just in being back on the sea.
Well, yeah, so you are from an island culture originally, so you sort of walk around, you just notice how different these are to your ships. You take that they're going to be a lot slower because of the way they're made, but also that, you know, as you sort of look around and you sort of like tap your feet on the deck and look at it, everything is thicker. It is made to take a beating, and you're pretty sure if the pirates of the place where you was born tried to take this ship could just take that beating they put out and just keep on going. If they tried to board this ship isn't going to worry about, you know, getting torn apart by grapple hooks and all that sort of stuff. It will just drag another ship along. It is a big sturdy beast of a ship. And
Were Dom's ships so trireme style Greek Grecian vessels? Yeah, cool. These are there no oars? This is a sail powered boat.
You're not below the deck to have a look, but right now.
Wait, but you could look over the side.
Yeah, there are like places down below where you I guess you could maybe have something like an oar placed out, but there seems to be too few.
Yeah, it wouldn't make any difference unless you've got a lot. Yeah. Okay.
Right. So you start walking up to the front of the ship, Felix, and you hear this guy. He's half elven, very tall, like just shy of 7 feet, like 6'8", 6'9". He has a sword on his back, which just seems to be made of solid like granite, with a oversized handle to be held in 2 hands. And he has tattoos of scales down his arm and up his neck. He has sort of shoulder-length black hair and a black beard that seems to be having streaks of grey through it. And he turns his sort of hawkish face to the younger-looking elf, the full-blooded elf, who is in sort of like different coloured greens and like alchemically hardened leaf armour, and is just sort of talking to her about some upcoming event. You speak Elven?
Yes, I do.
Hangs out with me enough.
Yep.
So, funnily enough, their Elven is a little hard to understand. It's like it's a slightly different dialect than what you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
Like some sort of, it's not quite like Proto-Elven, but it is a lot more basic in its format than you're used to. So as you approach, she's just like, this tournament is going to be hard. The best in the world all gathering in one place. But we'll get something out of it. We need to stop them. If they're coming again, it needs to be stopped. She just sort of nods, and then her voice is taken away by the wind as it sort of comes across. You get the feeling she's speaking very softly and lightly. What would you like to do?
Well, nice day for a sail, isn't it? How are you all going today?
The big guy sort of turns. She was like, yeah. Wait, nice day. We're doing fine. Have you prepared our rooms?
Yes. Your rooms are very prepared. Don't worry about that. So anyway, this tournament that's coming up, that's pretty big, huh?
He sort of looks at you like very confused, like you should know this.
Look.
Yes.
It's my first day on the ship. I'm sorry. It's
We've been
at sea for weeks.
at sea for five nights.
First week. There you go. Sorry.
Right.
Still.
He fell off bed and hit his face.
Looks to you, looks to your arms, like your legs, like, are you of the Fae? How did you get here? The walls are closed. There's no way in or out.
Walk onto boat. Like everybody else.
She was she was already here when the walls closed, so she can't go back. Needs a proper job and all of that stuff. That checks out. So anyway,
roll the deception check for me.
Deception?
Deception for
deception.
Bullshitting your way past it.
Here we go.
Well,
19. Whoa!
Nice.
All right, let me get my advanced dice roll out.
While Dom is checking out the nice ship, boy, and these two are talking shit, Val is just leaning on the side rail, going like,
Watching the show.
He just looks at you, Cox, says like, where are you from?
Well, me personally, I'm from the small isles to the north. You know, I don't know if you can tell because of my accent, but yeah, you know, that's where I'm from. Where are you from?
Not here.
I'm
So
not here too.
why are you on this ship then? And don't tell me it's just your job. There's something more going on.
Why am I on the ship? That is a very good question.
Val just calls over and says, maybe try the truth.
I mean, the book thing?
Isn't this a book?
Well,
Yeah, it's a...
So it's a memory.
No, we didn't read a book to get here. We just
No, we didn't.
walked.
We followed.
Oh, we walked in
We follow her.
Cyrene, let's go. And he sort of takes his sister by the elbow, and she sort of looks at you, and lightning crackles in her eyes, and she sort of shakes her hair out, and you can like sort of see between individual hairs like little sparks jump, and you feel sort of static electricity run over your entire body as they sort of go walking away from you.
well, that could have gone better. Yeah, yes, take. That's Cyrene, right?
Make a perception check.
Damn it. 20.
On her hip is a familiar looking rapier.
Called it.
Son of a bitch.
No.
Wait, don't go.
Aren't you a thief?
They want to fight too.
Make
No.
They tried to help you get the swishy thing.
Well, I'm working on it.
Stabby stab.
it. You want to fight too, really?
They want to play.
I mean, how? All right.
Okay.
Look,
no,
the jig's up, right?
no, she wants to. Let's see if she can fight. He stands there in front of you. He says, "Step back a bit."
Oh, no.
Steps
This is a
back.
terrible idea. This is a terrible idea.
He holds up his hands. All right then. Ladies first.
Oh, knock him the fuck out.
Valiste goes, yeah, go on, Tig. Take a swing. And she now has bardic inspiration.
What is that? A D?
It's another D12.
D12?
Yeah, so you can do that onto one of your attacks, I believe, but not damage. Is that right?
I'm
be
not
damage
sure.
as well.
I think you can add
I
it
think
down.
to hit, yeah.
It was to hit, yeah.
Okay.
Make your full attack at him.
I would like to
You are-
rage.
So he sees you sort of growl and like sort of ethereal Feywild energy sort of plays across you as your eyes get really focused and but wide at the same time. Let's go.
Yay! Take play!
Make all your attacks at disadvantage for me.
17.
So that misses.
Oh, I would
Unless
like
you use
to.
your 12.
Yeah, I'd like to use my bardic inspiration on that one.
Go for it. That one will hit.
29.
My second attack. 17, and I will
15
use...
actually, because it's
Oh,
disadvantage.
15, sorry. And I would like to use my... I'll use my booster, my D6 booster on that.
Nice. Oh my god.
So it just hits.
Sweet.
Hey. We know his AC.
yeah.
You didn't need to tell us just, but thank
AC
you.
21.
Yeah.
As you only got 2 attacks, right? So
Yeah, I
So
only get 2 attacks.
and you throw this big punch with arm, and he sort of catches it and grunts back, and you can see that he's sort of torn the skin in his hand, and he twists it around as you sort of rip it out of his hand, trying to like cross his face. You just like knock his head to the side of it, and just like looks straight back at you.
Big play!
All right. She can definitely hit hard. But you don't take this seriously.
No.
Realize This is a fight to the death at the tournament.
Take
Yeah,
note
but this
of
isn't the actual tournament.
Yes, but I need to make sure she knows what she's doing and can take things seriously.
Wow.
Well, what you
You're a
fighting?
real fun guy, man.
Excuse me. What you fighting for?
Sort of looks around. You're not part of us. I don't know you. I can't tell you.
Okay.
Isn't
It's
my turn.
important. Yeah.
Since you didn't hold back, I guess I won't either. And
Okay.
She didn't use Great Weapon Master.
No, I
He
didn't.
swings the sword off his back and uses the blunt end.
Oh yeah.
And he is going to make some attacks. Right, so
Here comes 4 attacks with an action surge and another 4 attacks.
Oh no.
This guy's
Oh.
gonna wreck me.
firstly,
I'm afraid of him.
oh right, he's going to rage and then make
Yeah.
2 attacks.
Yes. Nice.
Yeah. Oh,
So
I don't know. I think the first one might not hit.
yeah,
No.
the first one hits,
Casual plus 18.
and
Okay.
the second one crits.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
He is going to now apply the damage.
8.
Right, so oh no, the crit is going to
Help.
Val
Oh,
looks at Felix and goes, "Really wasn't planning on using regeneration this early in the day."
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
Don't forget, he probably has
He's
brutal
still
critical,
grinning
too.
from ear to ear. Val thinks this is fucking hilarious.
The first hit does 49 points of damage.
Yeah.
The next one
20.
does. I'm curious. So I don't usually use the advanced dice roller. I just didn't think you'd be dumb enough to start a fight with him. Oh wait, there's an extra die
Good
there as
offer.
well.
Why didn't you think Tig would be the thing that Tig is?
41 points of damage plus the 8d6 from his weapon. So 43 plus 24.
Cool, so 67 halved 33. Alright, so 57 damage total.
Okay, how many hit points you got all up?
All up, having done that, let me have a look. See,
So he
191.
well, you have 191 all up, or you have 200 and something.
Oh,
That's a lot.
102.
I
but
was raging.
It was-
Yeah.
So I have that.
Never mind.
All up, I have 202. Raging.
Yeah.
double.
And you just took like 50 something points of damage. across the
57
two
attacks of
attacks, right?
damage. Yes.
So you're roughly at 150 hit points, right? You're taking a quarter of your health off you in 2 swings.
Yes.
145.
He- Yeah. So swings once, swings twice, and you hear somebody like, "Dak, no!" And he's got his sword up and he's frozen still, looking down at you. He can't move.
Oh.
What would you like to do?
Who did it?
Kill him.
Sarene's done it. She's got a hand out. If you're watching,
Yeah.
pointed at him, and he's sort of frozen in there. There's this massive man with this massive sword just looking down at you.
Okay. I'm gonna turn to Siren just like, Tig, stop too?
Can
She's-
You
can
not want
Val
him to
say-
hit.
Can Val say, "Yeah, Tig, I think it's probably best to stop. It was a practice. We can play
Okay.
again later."
He nice man, I think.
Yeah.
Does not deserve to be hit.
No.
No.
Okay. No, back away. I just go back standing next to Felix, just
All right.
It's okay, Tick.
Can I look at Cyrene and say, thank you. That was timely.
That's all right. He's protective and just wants to make sure everything happening here is gonna get us to victory.
Absolutely. Completely understand. Look, in for a penny, in for a pound. Assume you're talking to somebody who doesn't have a fucking clue what's going on.
I always do.
What competition are you going to, and what's the stakes?
The Ruby Phoenix tournament. It's a temple near Yadora where they house. They buy any magic weapons they can find. They house them all there, and once every 50 years, you can join, and you can either get gold or a pick from their vaults.
Ooh. Nice. So you're going for, presumably, a pick from the vaults.
We're hoping we can find something.
Right.
Yes, sorry. Usually I'm not so loose-lipped. And she sort of looks around. There's something happening here, isn't there?
Well, I'll be honest with you, seeing as you were honest with me. We were brought here, teleported, transported, not sure how or why. So we literally just arrived. That's why we don't have a fucking clue what's going on.
That can't happen, though. Not here.
I follow her.
And I look over at the lady who will one day become the Lady of Ravens.
Okay, and as you sort of look, there is a tall man in green robes standing on the front of the ship, so where it raises up on the bow. It's called, yeah, whatever, the front of the ship. I'm not good with nautical terms. He has a tall glaive, and he taps it on the deck, and it sort of makes a very loud noise, much louder than it should, and sort of everyone gets his attention. You all freeze.
Oh no.
You sort of find yourself stuck. Only the large man that Tig was fighting as Cyrene seemed to be able to move. He flicks his hand, and just this flame whoosh, down one side of the deck, incinerating a good 5 or 6 deckhands. You guys happen to all be on the other side at this point, doing your own things, and just don't get hit.
Oh.
Okay.
He looks down at the group, the people that you went up to talk to. Heror, Skordar, Sartak, Irvine, Scarlet. I thought it was time I laid eyes on you. These mortals who aspire to ruin my plans. I needn't be afraid. We have Archaon to the north and Nosferatus to the south. We plan to unite this world against the coming darkness, but now we will take it from the ashes. You have hurt me, weakened me, and you shall suffer. You all have things to lose. Looks towards the Lady of Ravens in her current iteration, a lover, a father, to a tall man who you recognize as the embodiment of one of the new gods of the dwarves and humans, Scorodon. You a son, and his mother. I was the key to uniting with civilized nations. Talvanus and Noalia had taken my mark, tying the magic of the ley lines to their souls. You destroyed them, severing the connection. What comes is on you. And he taps the staff or the glaive on the deck, and a ball appears around its tip and shoots off towards the mountains in the distance. The man that you fought, Tig, tries to rush the guy in green robes. and he just gets like this. The guy with the ropes makes a backhand motion, and the water is just swept off the side of the ship. Cyrene tries to draw her bow, and it seems like gravity inverts for her. She just starts lifting, tumbling into the air as if she's falling, but straight up. She does manage to fire off a few shots, which land near him, but the sudden shift in which way is up has confused her. She just goes into the sky. All of a sudden, another image of a tall, blue robed elf appears, and these two figures exchange words, and as they are, you just notice that a massive pillar of ice is rising out of the water. It swung like a bat, hits the man in green robes, who flies off the deck. You can tell he's casting fly because he doesn't fall into the ocean, as spells are slung back and forward before finally the green man disappears, shifted away, and you all feel that frozen, like that whole person dropping as he leaves.
I suppose that wasn't possible either.
Cyrene comes tumbling down. Do you have any way to help her out right now?
I'm gonna try and catch her.
Yeah, catch.
Is she above the boat?
Yeah.
How far above the boat is she?
She's so as the boat's moving forward, she's going to fall into the ocean. But she's maybe 600 feet up to 100 feet off the back of the boat as you guys are trying to make this decision right now.
When she gets in range, I'll polymorph her into a seagull.
Okay, so and she just sort of like flies down to the boat. Do you dispel it, or just like leave her as a seagull?
Oh no, I'll dispel it as soon as she lands.
Okay. She runs to the edge of the deck and, like with a nod of thanks to you, gets a rope and sort of throws it, and it seems to go much further than it should. Telekinetically lifted into the ocean, lands near her brother, who, she starts pulling in. She sort of turns. Why? You're a spellcaster. That shouldn't be. No one.
There's an awful lot happening today that isn't possible. Welcome to my fucking life.
It's just easier if you roll with it,
Just assume.
I'm gonna go and start pulling her brother or whatever into the ship while she talks. Take over.
Oh. Thank you. Where did you learn to cast magic? And then, like, before you can answer, she sort of turns her head and looks at the figure with the blue robes, and she's like, "Dad!" and just runs over and hugs him. But as she goes to hug him, she sort of steps through him.
Yeah.
Astral projection? And he sort of just nods. These people saved us. Come meet them. So you guys can move up and talk if you wish.
Okay.
Have I managed to get this big guy?
Yes, you can.
Okay, cool.
I'd love to come up from probably below deck at this point, where I've been trying to find a map room.
Yeah.
And just be like, guys, I have no friggin' clue where we are. I can't read these maps at all.
This one's also with us. You missed almost nothing.
Take out to play. Bad
It's
stuff.
Time stop for everybody else there for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. I just figured.
I'm going to assume you were on the starboard side of the boat at that time.
Yeah.
That was fortunate.
Yeah, I look over at the burning deck.
yeah.
Oh, is it still burning?
Should we?
Kind of gutted out. He's the man who's like was like, you can come talk. He's like sort of puts his arm around Cyrene, kisses her on the head, and sort of just like pushes her away to help her brother, who's now like coughing and spluttering on the deck after Tick pulls her up. It's like, you're not from here, are you?
No.
As I said, I'm from the Isles to the north.
And
No, I
about
mean-
500 years in the future.
Yes.
I can't
that's-
even
Well,
figure out where
yeah,
here
that
is.
too. Forgot that little tidbit.
Oh,
I'm from elsewhere as well. I've been caught in a unfortunate spell of my own making, where I'm slightly disjointed from time, trying to slow the spread of corruption. You all seem out of phase. Why are you here?
I don't actually rightly know. As far as we can tell, we may have been sent back into the memory of one of the people on this ship.
500 years?
At least I don't actually know the exact number of years.
no.
Are my children still alive?
Josh is just saying, does Shro want to do something?
Oh, I'm just pointing at like Hera, like we followed
Yeah.
her.
I was being less specific for a reason. But
Like, they're in a general direction.
yeah. It's like your children, as in Cyrene and I don't. Josh doesn't know the other one.
My adopted son, Dakaris, yes.
Takaris is Takaris, like, he's seen Cyrene.
Make a intelligence roll. It's quite a high one because it's from a place you might have read about, but I don't think you've been.
Okay. Flat. No.
That is a no. You don't know.
I say, I know Cyrene is. I can't speak for the other one. I actually saw her quite recently in my time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Felix is just silently stewing, like.
He looks to Felix. If this was my time and you had that mark, I would have already extinguished you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, actually, the reason he has it is we're doing a service for somebody else, and we had to make a deal we didn't like. The intention is good.
Don't worry, I don't like this deal as much as you do. So.
Do you have any idea how one would remove it without ending him? You seem like a gentleman who knows things.
Few things, yes. This is not something you can easily remove.
It wasn't easy to do in the first place.
You've signed on with a demon, which requires, well, usually running counter to the demon's wishes, hopefully surviving long enough. In my world, acts of purity could burn away what's here, but this isn't my world. I don't know the rules.
What is your world? Who are you? Pertinent question. Let's start from the top.
Yeah, good question. Question one, who are you?
My name is Valistray. Greetings. I am a Shadow Kai of the Shadow Realm.
My name is Takado Stormwarden. My world doesn't exist anymore.
Join the club.
We don't have badges, but I think Shro could make you one.
Myself and my children had to break the walls between this place and another. Invasion happened and fiends wiped it all out. He sort of like pokes up for a moment, looks around. Something's happening. And you hear this faint in the distance.
Does it sound like a cannon firing?
Yes, but very, very far away. Not a cannon, but close. And his
Is
image
it in the
appears to be
directions of the mountains?
yes.
Good. Is that
him-
it landing?
His image looks. He's like, what? No, how? Tia, and then he's gone. There's a deafening crack of stone sliding against stone, and it just resounds over the water. You can hear this even miles away from land. A cold wind slaps your face, and the stings with this like fast-moving water droplets. this whole mountain range, at the center is this massive mountain, the largest one there. And it seems like one half of it just starts sliding away from the other, showing its hollow innards where you can, where you could assume was once a dwarven hold. This blast of air coming off the mainland is frigidly cold, colder than it should be. It's almost ice as it hits you.
Mhm.
You hear another crack as if the whole earth is coming apart. The mountain seems to heave, and a blanket of fog and dust and smoke just blanket the sides of the mountain and the surrounding countryside. A large noise is heard in the distance. It's felt as a like a pain in your chest as well. But the pain that goes to your ears is just indescribable. As you look around to each other, you sort of see each other like blinking, holding your head. And for anyone that's elven and has like a higher, base perception, your ears will be bleeding.
Oh, good.
Through the dust, just a shadow can be seen as a long, sinuous neck sort of creeps up, 2 large horns, and a crest of jagged spikes down the spine. There's a large jet of fog is pushed into the sky, and you can only imagine whatever this thing is that's crawling out of the mountain is exhaling. It clambers up out of the earth and perches itself on the ruins of this mountain range, like a throne. It flares 2 huge bat-like wings. The color's impossible to tell against the sky, as it's almost going towards night now, and with the fog and smoke, it's very difficult to tell. Its head is low as it sort of surveys the land. It arcs its neck back, then lunges its head forward, whipping from side to side. From its great fanged maw comes all the force of a winter storm, but quickly it's apparent that the air it breathes is colder. The entire side of that mountain range and the forest below it is just snap frozen as giant crystallized shards of ice spear 1,000 feet into the sky. There is one mighty flap of wings, and all the smoke and dust is blown away, and you sort of can't even look at the mountain as this force of air slams into you and knocks several deckhands to their feet. With a second flap, which you can always hear from that distance, it just jumps into the air. Immediately it's in the clouds, and it dives, heading straight towards the boat. Even hundreds of miles away, you can feel the cold it emanates and hear the wind of its passing, sea foam whipping up below it as the speed of its movement is coming for it. What do you want to do?
Get the hell off this ship.
Yeah.
Can I get a? That's a good advice. Thanks, Veg. Can I get a description of this? It is a dragon.
It, as it's sort of now approaching you, you can see that it sort of like it went up into the clouds and down. It is a white dragon, but it's
an absolutely enormous one.
An absolutely enormous,
like a mountain, maybe a head of Tiamat size, sort of.
It is maybe a factor of 50 times bigger than the one you fought.
Oh, good.
Time to go.
I can't grow back whole bodies, Reese.
Does this ring any bells in any history books? This event?
If you want to roll history, yes, you could try.
They talked about, oh my god, because they talked about the worlds colliding and demons invading and stuff. So that rang bells for me, I think. But 18 on a history.
There is talk of the destruction of a dwarven hold called Kazakh the Hold of Iron, where in one instant it was there and the next it was gone. In the same thing, whatever destroyed the hold also more or less wiped out the surrounding human kingdom or Varangala. Only a few small towns to the north side of the mountain range survived. Everyone saw this event, saw a giant winged creature, and the ones that sort of got away wrote in history books that there was a destroyer beast. It's been seen a few times in the last 500 years. Every time it's showed up, it's seemed to either taken down some sort of massive monster to feed, or it has just wiped out whole regions of nations.
So we can book this to approximately 500 years ago then.
The destruction of Kazakhstan, approximately 560 years ago.
Okay.
There is no way off this boat currently to us, is there?
I mean, there's water right
Water.
there.
Yeah.
But it's. You said it's heading towards the boats.
10 towards the boats. And as it's getting closer, it's now covered half that distance. And you can see below it, the waves are crackling frozen as it passes. The chill of its body is just freezing the sea solid. Saurian stands up and is like, okay. And she unfurls a scroll. She's like, I hope this works. And she starts reading from it. And this point on the boat starts opening wide. This swirling circle of purple energy gets wider and wider. And she's like, all right, Scotta, Hera, in, quick, go. Irvine, get in, Scarlet. What do you guys
I
want to do?
also get in.
Mind if we tag along?
She just
Can I come
motions.
too?
I go.
Yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
go.
make
Big-
sure all the others are in first before I go.
My solution was tiny hut, but I don't think for somehow it would work.
As you jump in, you sort of feel yourself contorted or compressed into a singularity, and you're just falling infinitely, having the endless void of space watching you, and you sort of slowly come to realize and remember that you are people. You start falling and falling and falling, and as you fall, you see a battlefield under you, 2 lines of armies lined up with these long sticks that make a great cracking noise, and smoke just appears from the end of it. And every time that happens on the other side, people fall and die. You fall right between these 2 armies with a crash into the ground, and you wake up in the library.
Ugh.
And you sort of see
That battlefield you just described, was it outside a dwarven mountain? A dwarven hold? No, okay.
Cool.
Different thing.
Baphomet seems weak and is like rocking back and forth. He's like, every time you step and open one of those books, it's taking everything I have to keep you on your path.
Well, we didn't open a book that time. We just stepped.
Whatever it is, be careful. And he
Righty.
sort of seems like a bit more gaunt, and like the muscle is faded. He's a bit skinnier. Bones are sticking out of his like against his skin, as he is getting exhausted by whatever's happening every time you guys go.
So I think we should keep going, boys.
Am I feeling any as the one bound to him? Am I feeling different?
Nope.
Nope.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yep, let's just keep doing that shit then.
As you guys sort of sit there and you wake up and you're just
I
like
want to heal him.
looking around, and Baphomet says this, you see the same Lady of Ravens sort of look around and then run around a corner, and as she turns that corner, you once again hear the sound of flapping sails, the smell of sea salt, and it disappears. A few seconds later, she runs the other way. There's a sound of flapping sails, the smell of sea salt. As she runs around any corner, she always seems to head back to the same event.
Can I try to stop her
Sure.
without going around a corner? I want to be very specific about this.
So she runs around the corner towards you, and then tries to run past around, like sort of back the way you've come.
Wait, please, you're stuck in a cycle.
You need my help. I can't stop. I have to go.
You can't help them.
They need my help. They'll all die without me. And she starts walking backwards away and turning. Anything else you want to say before she goes?
I'm going to wait and see if it works this time.
She seems to be stuck in a loop. She runs off,
So
constantly
when she
watching.
comes back, I say, it's like, please, you're stuck in a loop. You can't help them now.
I have to go. I can't stay here. I have to help them. And she just runs. She doesn't seem to even remember you. There's no hint of
Yeah.
recognition.
Yeah.
She looks at you.
Val, I don't
don't
think we can help her.
No, I don't think that's the one we're looking for.
No. We should probably move on. We've spent
Yeah.
enough time here.
Let's see if we can find Dom's section. I really want to know one weird, horrible thing about his history.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure
You
he's
guys-
done something
I'd
terrible
really
in his life.
oh boy.
utterly
Really
exhausted.
not.
Yep.
All right. At this point, you guys have
Oh, yeah.
been awake for a long, long time.
We were going to
And you
stop.
Battered around a bit by this constant jumping through history.
Yeah.
So make yourselves a Constitution save to not be affected by this horrid exhaustion.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Would
11.
All right. So both Tig and
I'll add my.
Felix fail.
con
D4?
check or a con save?
Save.
It
I'd
doesn't
like
matter.
to use my D4.
It's the same.
I'm
Big
gonna give it a
fails.
go.
Yeah, I'll
Valid
use
day.
my.
17.
Val can keep going for days.
Will a
So-
17 make it?
Yes, the 17 will make it.
I have been actually like most of Tig's thing. I was actually just what's the trancing. Um,
So the other thing, Tig, is the bruises on your chest and the splinters in your bark from where you were hit by that sword remain.
oh.
Ooh.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh.
I mean, that's not nice. That's not a good thing. It's a pity.
seems to think
Just
so.
before we jumped into that portal, that you didn't grab the sword from Cyrene.
I
Hey,
was this close to doing it.
I meant Felix, but yeah,
Hmm.
wouldn't have been needed to attune to it.
So
Look,
you-
it's fine.
You've got a
You
nice
guys-
new arm sword. There you go.
You guys want to take this time to rest? Is that correct? As
I
Yes.
Felix-
I believe that is the plan.
Okay. So you sort of move off to the
Sleep,
side,
please.
and Baphomet watches you as you're casting Tiny Hut like normal.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
That's the only point of having that thing.
and he starts
yeah.
going to books and opening them and reading them, sort of
Hey,
shaking his head every now and again and replacing them, like that he's not getting the same effect you guys are getting.
hey, Baphomet. Just what happens if you open up the wrong book? You're already looking a bit, drained.
So he gets this sly grin. I'll be fine.
Okay,
What?
just
what-
caring about the person that I'm bonded to, that's
What book do you want?
He just sort of ignores you, Tig, and just keeps reading.
I don't like him, Felix.
That's growing on me.
Don't you worry about it.
No, he's growing on Felix.
Well, you ask him.
Baphomet, what are you looking for?
Answers. Leave me be.
And I just walk away.
Okay. So you guys are preparing for your night's rest. The tiny hut is up. There is no real night or day here. You guys can chat or just, effectively sleep and flash forward to the next day. Baphomet will stand watch for you as he is bonded to you to be your guide and protector.
I can do an awful lot of healing if anybody needs it.
Take my name a
I'm
little bit.
fine.
Do you, Valiste,
Mm-hmm.
do you still have, tiny book that Tig make?
Yes, of course. I wouldn't get rid of that. Do you want it? Would you like to snuggle with it? Yeah, here you go, T.
I'm gonna look around and see if I can find any birds or anything like the one that's with Valiste.
Every now and again, you sort of hear the flapping of wings above the stacks, but you never see anything.
What are you looking for, Tig?
A helper.
What kind of helper?
Well, takes remembering. And I take wants to know more. A little. I want to remember happy things.
What do you from before? You now remember what happened to your mum and dad, and you want to know more about that. How would a helper know? How would a helper help you? Yeah, all right. Tig, I could try casting the thing that I cast on you before again.
What?
That helped you remember. I broke a curse on you, Tig. You remember in the I almost said in the film. You remember in the book when you ran up to the ant and he made you forget.
Mm-hmm.
I broke that curse. I didn't mean to. I was trying to break a different curse under the assumption that you had one on you, but turns out the only curse you had on you was that one. I broke it. Now, the ant's probably significantly more powerful than I am, so his curse might take several goes from me to break. But I can try if you'd like.
Can you make it fix and bring back the good stuff?
I don't.
You don't get to choose.
I don't really get to choose. But here's a different thought, Tig. You want to remember the good stuff. Tell me about Nissa.
Oh, okay. Nissa was very pretty. Nissa is very pretty. And she, not big and strong like Tig. No, not big and strong at all. And she have friend, which was Magic Man, and Magic Man tend to be bad. But Nissa, not very good at fighting either. So Tig have to protect, and attack, and mostly love back. But Tig love Nissa just the same. She learned to do magic and healing with food, and Tig love food. So Tig give her a whole forest because Tig not know how to help. Just pick a plant and just give all of them because they all connected in the same,
They're in the forest.
Same roots in the forest. So Tig just give her forest. Kind of like how someone would give flowers.
You gave a forest.
Yeah. That's how Tig give forest. And then Nissa lose a lot. But Nissa also make a deal with a bad man so that it could keep all of us safe. Kind of like Felix.
Yeah.
Make deal with bad man. I don't know what happened after that. Tig, Vanny do spell to make Tig and Nissa stay together. And then Tig go for a walk one day and Nissa not there.
Yeah, right.
So looking for Nissa.
Well, Tig, you know I don't like casting magic on people, on my friends, if they don't need it. No, if they don't need it, Kyle. But Tig, it's your choice. I can't promise that it'll be a good memory or that it'll work at all. But if you'd like me to, I will do it. My advice, if you say no, would be think about Nissa when you're going to sleep. Remember all the good things.
Hang on. I'm gonna ask I'm gonna look at a little bit, look at where the flowers are supposed to be, film the antlers and stuff, and just... I think would want that. So, can you please help Tig to remember?
Okay.
Good stuff or bad stuff?
I'll give it a go. So I cast Greater Restoration on Tig.
Hey. What spell slot level do you want to use?
Well, fuck it. End of the day, let's pump it up to an 8th.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Okay.
Good.
So
Electricity!
Be gone, demons.
Be gone, fuck.
you sit there and you cast a spell, and it's sort of like this gentle ring of energy surrounds her, lays across her head and shoulders like a mantle, and just sort of slowly dissolves into your skin. Wood. As it's seeping in, Tig just sort of eyes goes wide. She's staring into the middle distance. You remember all of a sudden being in your mother's arms, being rocked to sleep, your dad bouncing on his knee, whittling you toys, your mother making a little doll that she's stuffed with sheep's wool. You remember running through the forest with your little brother. He falls and bangs his knee, and you sort of pick him up, kiss it better, take him home to be healed by mum. You remember the attack in its entirety. You also remember the little bits you've forgotten over the years of time with Nissa. When she had to go hunting and would come back, and you would have been sad. You don't remember where she went or why she left. But she would walk in, give you some food she's found on the way, something special just for you, your favorite things. Sits you in a chair and just climbs into your lap and holds onto you tight, saying, I'm not going anywhere. It's fine. I'm always with you. And we'll take our break, I think, right about there as Tig falls asleep.
Uncle Val will fix it.
All right, guys. We'll see you after break. Hope you're enjoying it.
Not a dryer in the house, Nova.
Oh.
Good.
Ugh.
Hey guys, and welcome back to Roll for Damage, where we are continuing on with this week's Heart of the Plains game, a high-level 5e D&D game. These cool kids are all level 17, and probably further from kids than me, except for Reese. Anyways, yes. So there was a bit of a little touching moment there as we left, where Valistay cast a very high level Greater Restoration spell to restore Tig's memories, and she remembered her childhood with her family. She remembered her folks, and she also remembered some of the things she had forgotten about her time with Nissa, her wife. So to get back into it, as you've all drifted off to sleep.
I mean, before I go to sleep, I would also cast a bunch of healing magic on her to bring her back up to full. But
That's fine.
We just say that happened.
Yeah. As you all have drifted off to sleep and wake up the next morning feeling rested, healed, Baphomet's still reading and being a bit, looking worse for wear. Tig, You have +1 intelligence now. You've
What?
gained an intelligence point attribute.
It's not a 5 anymore.
Uncle Val will fix it.
It's a 6 now.
God, Alistair.
She could maybe spell her name.
I can maybe spell the rest of it now.
So, yeah, the memories flooding back, the schooling that your parents gave you, you sort of started to remember that. It's all helped. Yeah, you're now at 6 instead of 5.
Can I count properly now?
Not bait.
Get to heal some of my wisdom as well, so
Hey,
that
look,
Tig does
I've
not
only got
match
2
me.
of those left.
Could you also heal some of my decks? That's
I did that already.
Thank
Get
you.
used to the foot and you'll get better.
Is there anything you guys want to talk about before you make your way further into this labyrinth?
I would like to use my disguise kit to try and cover up my mark a little bit, if that is.
What are you going to do to it?
I'd pretty much want to cover it up so it doesn't you just don't see it that it's there.
A bit of foundation.
A bit of foundation.
How
maybe
about a really thick beard?
Now, remember, this is an open wound that leaks pus on your
That's
cheek.
why I suggested a beard.
I have an idea.
Oh yeah.
This might not work, but I'm going to try it. You know how the roots and the branches are growing out of Tig's arms and everything? There's tree sap effectively bleeding from it.
Mm-hmm.
I know you're gonna not. I'm sorry. I want to try and use some of that. To
Explain how you want to use it.
It's an open wound, right?
Mm-hmm.
I effectively want to try and use it as a glue
Salve.
in a way, or to try and see if it will have any
Poultice?
kind of magical healing properties for him, because I'm healed Tig, so I'm wondering if this might help the wound in some way. I don't understand, because Tig doesn't understand what the deal is with
I
it.
want you to do whatever you're doing, explain physically what you're doing.
Yep.
And then I'll get you to make a roll.
Okay, I'm going to.
This is gonna end so badly.
I'm so sorry. I'm going
I have
to.
a minor fear that you're going to get yourself cursed by Baphomet as well.
Let's just do it. Let's do it.
I
Let's
intended to do this originally, so I'm going to take some of this tree sap, put it on his hand, on Felix's hand, say, use this here. It might help with the sore.
We could just cover it
sorry.
up with something.
You can cover it up.
Make a wisdom save, Felix.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I would like to use my reroll.
Please be worse. Please be in that one instead of a 2.
Oh, 23. Oh, mwah,
Much
mwah,
better.
mwah.
Pretty good.
You rub it in, and it sort of
Mhm.
creates a thin film across the surface. It hurt. It hurt so bad. As the pressure is building, it's like pus is trying to leak out and pushing on this thing. This sap is hardened and isn't lifting. You've got a few hours like this before it's going to probably make your face just be too painful to break that bitch off.
Yep. Good work. Thank you, Tig. Much appreciated.
At least we know it might be helpful if we go somewhere where you can't afford to have that open.
Yes, very much so. Now I'd just like to do up my makeup and.
Have you considered just a bandage?
Ah, that's too simple, though. That's too simple. You know me. I
He
like.
says that Dom points to the scarf over his eye. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not that hard to cover up something weird on your face.
Oh, now I want to know what's under the scarf. I didn't ask out of politeness before, but how fucked is your face underneath?
Ooh.
On a scale of
Dom-
1 to absolutely monstrous.
Dom lifts it up, and you can see like the socket is like sunken in, and there's no eyeball in there.
Yeah, mate, I could fix that if you like.
It's like inside of tree.
There's
Dom,
some things we need to live with.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. That's fucking cooked. That is.
It is. Yeah.
Yep.
Haunting.
So where are you from, Felix? Your language is...
No, the North Isles. I've said this several times.
He's just picked up a few bits of my vocal mannerisms throughout the years. We've hung out too much. We're very good friends.
Yes.
Did not go there.
Anyway, should we
that chasmless void will haunt my dreams. Cool. Put the thing back on, please.
Yeah. I mean, like Dom shows you because you basically asked.
No, I did. Yeah.
I'm
glad I know. Knowing is half the battle.
Baphomet wanders up. He's like, are we going to be here all day?
What are the books here of? What name?
People.
No. Josh is asking Nova.
Yeah, I figured you might be.
Yeah.
Baphomet answered.
It's like, that's just my normal voice.
Yes, I have to put this on to not sound terrible on screen.
And frighten little old ladies on the street.
There's just a variety of names all the way around. Small people, small lives, but regular people, like common people, which is why he's frustrated, because he's like looking for something, and he's just muttering about just common, plain, boring, nothing.
I mean, anybody whose life could be summed up in a single book.
Is that why we have so many?
Yeah, it's probably. Well, also, we're all quite long-lived.
Tig has so many books.
Felix is more like a pamphlet.
You'll get there, mate. You'll get there.
You got a lifetime in just this last week, Felix.
Yeah, don't you feel it? It's a week. It's been 4 days. We've known you. I've known you two for 5. This is the 5th day.
Ballistae.
Yes.
Did you see anything different when you tried to stop that lady?
Oh yeah, she kept going.
Yeah.
What did I see? What different? Like, was her hair different? The one going into the memory?
No.
Yeah.
It's all. You asking me? It sounds like you're asking me.
I was asking you.
Yeah, but Josh was asking me. No, it's always been like the same lady running back and forward.
But in the vision, the dream, the thing we inhabited, she didn't have the flaming hair, or she was.
No, in the dream we inhabited, she did not have the flaming hair. She had white, and her armor seemed to leak smoke.
That's right.
Mm.
But in this world, it's a different flamey one. Cool.
Mm.
No, I did not, Tig. Why?
I'm just.
God, you look thoughtful today. Did you sleep well?
Yeah.
Good.
I remember much more.
Oh.
Like many more words and things. My mum was smart.
And pretty. I remember.
She's very beautiful.
This is a really strange morning.
It's one of those 5 strangest mornings we've had.
So Baphomet walks up to you, Felix. I'm done here. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I think we've spent enough time here. All right, let's roll.
All right. So he sort of leads you back into the labyrinth proper, choosing paths seemingly at random. Some seem to wind back themselves, some go uphill, downhill. Again, gravity seems to shift. You have to you sort of spiral up walls, roofs, down. It's messes with your head. This place does not obey the laws of physics. At one point, you cross a cavern on a bridge, and as you come across another cavern, maybe 3 hours later, you look and see yourselves on another bridge crossing. So even time here is not a linear construct.
Yeah, that looks like it makes sense. Yeah.
Is that us from 3 hours ago, or is that us now? And I wave.
Well, it's probably us in the future at this rate.
I'm a wave.
They do not wave back. They do not seem to be looking.
And I would look around to see if there's anybody else, any other us's.
Not right now, no.
Okay, cool. Totally good.
I mean, Felix still got all his limbs. That's a good sign.
Oh, yeah.
Do you know where we are going?
As you cross this bridge, you come to a T-junction. Baphomet's like,
Great.
This is the last. Your choice.
Oh.
If there's something
the
you
T-junction.
want here, maybe you can focus and find it.
I hold up the coin and go,
Yeah,
hasn't failed us so far.
Well, we don't know that. It has resulted with an answer.
One's is left.
Sure.
Two's is right.
Yeah.
Right it is.
Ooh.
Alright. So, do any of you follow his advice?
What,
Yeah.
and focus on something?
Something you want to see?
I focus on Dom. I sort of walk next to him and focus on him and sort of keep a clear image of him in my head.
Okay. You walk around a corner into the next room. You hear something sort of heavy grinding behind you back around the corner you came from. And you're in a wide room, marble floors, marble columns. There seems to be windows that look out over the ocean and sea. It seems like a very nice, bright place. You look around and there's only a few books here, each on a single plinth, and they all say Dominic Safroy. And then in like Roman numerals, I guess it's just 1.
How many books total?
There's 4. They're all the same book.
Oh.
All chapter 1 or all chapter 1 through 4?
Well, Felix, you don't got to feel so bad about only having a pamphlet.
We haven't found Felix's books yet. You don't know. Maybe
Well,
Felix
I mean-
is an fucking encyclopedia.
I mean, you could. Yours is mass produced, Tom. You could
Oh.
sell yours.
The production quality on yours is extremely high.
I mean,
What
this
do you
is,
guys like to do?
this does look like Croyan marble here.
Mm.
Quite nice. I think Dom would walk past them and see if the room like continues on.
No, it's you sort of walk in and it's just a circular room with one side has these sort of like open windows, the other side is just the stonework, these marble pillars, like I said, marble floor, but that's it. There's only going back the way you came now.
Mm.
Wait.
Well,
It's your turn, mate.
in for a copper, in for a crown.
Exactly.
Pick up a book.
Okay. So you open the book and you're looking at a blank page. You flick through and again and again. You sort of can't see any writing. You get right to the end. As you seem to open the last page, you all sort of feel like you're falling, sinking.
Oh, there we go.
And you're standing on a mountaintop. There is a huge beast, 100 arms, 50 heads, weapons everywhere. There is 3 or 4 bodies just smashed onto the ground nearby. One, some sort of hoplite spear and shield. Another one is a tiefling with 2 daggers. There is a Pegasus with broken wings dead on the ground. Hovering about 15 feet in the air is this tall elven woman of the Asir clans, which is a area in the Great Desert, the heart of the world. She has red hair and is in gold armor and a kilt. She's sitting there, hovering there, floating there. Her eyes are just burnt out of her skull. There is blue-white light emanating from her, and every time she speaks and breathes, it's accompanied by the roar of thunder. She looks down at a much younger, fitter Dominic. No eye patch, shorter hair, full armored. Look after my kids. And she turns her spear on herself and tries to impale herself. The spear shatters into pieces. You watch as this younger Dominic cocks his head as if listening to something. His bow, which you recognize, is in his hand. And he pulls an arrow and says, "Arrow of war, guided by wisdom, carried by winds, through sunlight strong, taken by death to send a message to the gods," and fires it. As that arrow touched the string, its head glowed a bright red. The string is brighter than you've ever seen it. It's like you, at this point, looking at what's happening from some other area, looking down on it, you don't necessarily see Dom as just a shadow amidst the light. The bow itself is just the purest black darkness. And as he releases it, there's this sharp twang, and the light just zooms out from him and fades away. It seems like all the wind in the world rushes over his shoulder, accelerating this arrow until it slams into Vanny's chest. And she falls to the ground, dead. With a crackle of thunder and lightning, her body disappears. The power that you could just feel emanating from Dominic's weapon seems to have been expended to kill something that should not have been able to be killed. However, you all watch as the sort of different elements of power seep out, but small amounts remain at the core of his being. Light, darkness, air, thunder, wisdom, all sort of coalescing into a small kernel of power. And they blend to become their own distinct energy that sort of just faintly throbs with the beat of his heart. The scene sort of fades away, and it feels like you're opening your eyes. And you look around, and as you turn your head, red hair sort of plays across your vision. You look down and you're holding a long sword, and you're wearing the golden armor. You realize the woman that Dom killed, you're inhabiting her body. You can't really take any actions, you're just following what she is doing. You notice that you're in a realm of darkness, and you're the only light. And there are legions of damned souls all slowly turn towards her and start walking. She looks around to see what can help. She notices 3 friends. A man with a scythe, another with spear and shield, and that same tiefling with 2 daggers. They're all fighting off these hordes that are coming for the warrior woman. You feel weak, and as you look down, you see that Your feet are embedded into the rock and earth of this plane. You can do nothing but concentrate on not accidentally unleashing this power that's within you. Anytime the concentration slips, crackles of lightning arc off and just obliterate souls, both the damned coming for you and the ones making their way to some sort of tower in the distance. As she sits there, her concentration slips once more, and a warrior, the one with spear and shield, seems to be caught in a crackle of lightning, and his essence is just obliterated and his soul is scattered to the plains. In that flash of light, you all come to in a small library with a woman standing in the center. She's tall, red-haired, not facing you. A cloak of raven's feathers connects to a mantle around her shoulders, and you sort of get the idea that she's wearing some sort of gleaming plate armor as light is reflected off of it. You're back in the library, in the heart of it all.
Is Baphomet there?
He is. He's panting in the corner. He's down on one knee at this point.
Cool.
There are no doors in and out of this area.
Well, I guess we should probably talk to her.
Don't disturb the lady.
She's got answers, and we've got questions.
Maybe Valiste should go first.
Yeah.
It's the wisest thing you've said, I think, ever, Tig.
Did you gain a point of intelligence during your sleep?
Oh dear. Okay. So we're lying on the floor around her. None of us can see her face. Her back is to us.
She's about 50 feet away in this large library room.
What does she appear to be doing? Reading?
Yeah, you can imagine she's reading a book. She has her head sort of facing down a bit.
I stand and I cough gently. It's sort of the cough of a person who wants to gain the attention of somebody without wanting to actually interrupt what they're doing.
She turns around, flame red hair spinning around her, and faces you. Has one hand on the pommel of a sword on her hip, and the other was with a book, which she closes and releases. As it falls from her hand, it sort of tumbles and then just zips off and slots into the bookshelf. Oh, hi. Why are you all here?
I came on a quest. I suppose we all did.
Are you seeking knowledge as well, like everyone else that comes past?
They do. I seek you.
I'm just a guardian. Why are you...
I seek the Lady of Ravens.
Interesting moniker I've acquired, yes. And she still looks up, and you can see high above it is a sort of like a trapdoor. I don't know why they keep coming. The ravens, they give me messages, and I fill out the books and put them on the shelves. Some of them help me, but I'm just a guardian. If I gave you what did I give you a quest for, if I may ask?
I get the scythe out. I don't give it to her, but I show her.
Takes a step back. Oh, yes, that. I remember this. It needs to be hidden. It's dangerous.
I have no idea. No, you probably do know. You probably have a very good idea. Yes, I think dangerous is Oh no, it probably. I probably can hear it go. Yes, I am.
That's
Something of an understatement.
that's the most stable doorway to the void. That's why we wanted it here. The other ones, when people make doors, they tend to be a little less well stable, so they're not as dangerous. With that, you can come and go as you please, and the world doesn't need that.
Yeah, what's in the void?
I'm not entirely sure. The hunger in the dark is what most have called it.
There are titans there. I saw them.
They're on their way.
Every now and again, every now and again, we can see through it. One almost got through.
And you stopped it?
Sure.
That wasn't.
Just.
That wasn't. Oh wait, no, that was.
Yeah, no, that was us.
Yeah.
I'm
Finger.
surprised that you've managed to bring this. It's a heavy burden, and well, I had asked someone else to do it who I through some ritual magic invested a lot of power into. They were given a sorry, I haven't had mortal guests in a while. I'm a lich. Baelnorn Lich is what they're called. The elves make guardians to look after sacred places, and this is the Emperor's library. But I've become part of it, and it's sunken out of phase with the world over time.
Right. Is this information Val already knew? Like, did he know that she was a lich?
Nearly no one knows this.
Okay, good, excellent.
I had to give quite a large portion of myself to allow someone to be strong enough to make sure they could carry it. And I know that someone wasn't you, Valiste.
I have a small amount, but it's directly from the blade itself.
Oh.
I will gladly give it up.
She holds out a hand.
And... oh. Yeah.
Killer, do it.
That's... yeah, thank you for being voices.
I'm hungry.
I give it to her.
She takes it from you and places a hand on your chest and mutters a small spell.
And I die.
And as she pulls it away, you can see this darkness is pulled from your chest. You have been touched by the caress of this thing, and it infects what it touches. And she places it back into the staff and then leans it against the wall, where this sort of like quartz structure like grows around it and locks it into place. That is a relief to have it finally put aside. And just so we're clear here, Josh, you've lost your level of warlock.
I am not a warlock anymore. Yep. Oh well.
So you have done me a service, and the person I gave power to, I can feel that they're still alive because they're still drawing on me, but they didn't do what they set out to do. So how should I reward you? I assume your friends here helped you get this far? And then she sort of spies Baphomet and her eyes narrow.
There was, yes, my friends did. That one is bound to this friend. And I indicate Felix. That's why he's helping. I sacrificed a bit. Felix has probably sacrificed more to get this here. But that thing contains the soul of a friend, someone who sacrificed everything to get here. Were it in your power to grant, I'd ask for his life.
I don't know what to tell it. Unless they are the most strong-willed of beings, if they've gone into that blade, they've been consumed by the hunger.
Hook was many things, but I don't think he was a particularly strong-willed chap.
Book? Oh, I sent him as a guide.
I'll pull out the little rock version.
I indicate the raven on my shoulder, which, unless otherwise noted, is always there.
She sort of looks really crestfallen for a moment.
I'm sorry to be the bearer of that news.
I'm sorry. I can't bring Book back.
I wouldn't ask of you anything that you couldn't afford to give. Who is this other one you sent on the mission? Might I have met him? Her? Them?
Over the centuries, as the ravens have brought me the secrets of souls, and I filled out my books in my library. Cults have sprung up in my name based on some of the deeds I did in life, and with those cults can come power. You've been invested with belief. There was a priest in a Shadowkai village that believes me a god and not just a lucky elf. Or an unlucky elf, as the case may be.
That Shadowkai village, my village?
Most likely. Did a priest give you this quest?
Josh says, Josh thinks so.
Yeah, I believe from your backstory, there was a priest in the village that gave you this quest.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, it was him.
Well, I can recall that from him, and we'll find something suitable for you. I think I have an idea for... I can't bring Book back, but if you want to tell me your stories of him, because those that go in the blade, their souls don't come here. I don't get to write their stories.
No.
You tell me about him, and I'll make sure his story's here.
I will freely tell you everything I experienced in the 2 odd days I knew the poor guy. Then the only other request I have of you is to assist my friends.
Step forward, tell me what you need.
I'll go forward first. How do you do? Look, I'm not good with our formalities. I'll keep this brief. Would you happen to know the location of my father?
His name is...
Jared O'Farah.
If his memories have been written down here, memories are immortal in this library. It's the only way to be truly so. I should be able to find out. Jared O'Farah. And that would make you...
Felix O'Farah, his son.
She holds out a hand. Hera Ice Color. To shake your hand.
Sorry, yep.
This is the first time I've actually heard her referred to as Hera, yes?
Yep.
Nice to meet you, Hera.
You too. It's quite a strong grip, like a warrior grip, wrist to wrist.
Yeah.
She walks to one of the bookshelves and says, Jared O'Farrell?
Yes.
Nothing happens. She sort of frowns. Looks around. Jared O'Farrell? Turns to you. The library has no record of him.
Would Felix's real dad please stand up?
There's only two people that may know more than I, and that will be the Endless Lord, who doesn't... If you go to him, he won't let you leave. He's hungry for souls. Other than that, there's the boatman. He takes souls to where they need to go in the afterlife. He has been known to take mortals as well that can pay.
Okay.
I'm sorry. He's either still alive or he was not taken by my ravens.
I'm sort of musing on it. Okay. No worries. Thank you. I have one more question. If someone was hypothetically bound to a demon lord, is there a way that we can unbound, if that makes sense?
Yeah. The only way I've seen it done is the utter destruction of the demon, which requires destroying it here and then following to where it grows from the abyss and burning it out, root and stem. But the abyss is endless plains of the most dark and evil places you can imagine, so it's not something to attempt lightly. And if it's a demon lord, look, even demigods or celestials will not try that. The hordes of the demons are endless. The war between them and devils has raged since the beginning of time, and they still are without number.
No worries.
I'm sorry, and I am thankful. The only other thing you could do is convince the demon to release its hooks in you.
Well, you know what? Don't be sorry. You've given me. You've actually given me plenty to think about. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Put my hand on Felix's shoulder and just... I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's never easy, is it?
You could ask about the sword.
Look, someone else talk to her. I need to think.
Dominic?
Yeah. Geez. Hera, was it?
That's correct.
An honor. You're a bit different from the statues. I remember. Geez, I didn't expect this.
You're also not what I expected.
Looking for the last of Zeus.
Last of Zeus?
Came here with my friend.
I'm not quite sure. Do you know their name?
Vanny.
Vanny Melda.
Vanny Melda? Okay, you can try that. And she walks to the bookshelf and says, turns over her shoulder, do you have a last name?
Fanny's last name?
Yeah.
Let me just check my old character notes, which I have pulled up here. No, I do not.
So she walks to the bookshelf and says, Fanny Melda? And a series of books sort of like this shelf slides back and stacks fall down. She's like, there's a few Fanny Meldas. Do you, if you haven't got a last name, do you have a species, location of
She
death,
was a
anything?
sand elf, died atop, well, I guess in the desert was her final place.
She was.
Would have been a pretty big ripple of power. She died with the essence of Zeus.
Okay. She looks through. I don't have that. I have some notes on something describing that in a Trina and a Lysander.
Yeah, they were both there. Well, Trina, I think, is still with her. I don't think Lysander is.
And she opens a book and starts reading. They were delivered to the edge of the realms of death, and that is where they're going to. They would have been processed by the Endless Lord at some point. At which point, after that, usually the boatman takes them to their final resting place.
And where would that be?
I'm only privy up to the point of where they are deposited at the realms of the dead. I don't have that knowledge. I'm sorry. It's weird that you've all come here with people that aren't on my shelves.
Yeah, that is odd. Let's try another one. Tig. You look a particular person, didn't you?
Mm-hmm.
The name was...
Nissa.
Yeah, hold up. Ned dropped.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, we're back, I think. Yeah,
Are we back?
back but frozen.
Yeah. So let's just wait a second and let everyone know. Like,
Oh,
I'll wait till
it
chat says we're back.
looks like we're moving again.
Are we
Chat,
back?
let us know if we're here.
Are we alive?
Looks like we're alive.
I'm just gonna keep doing this until it shows a smooth wave on the screen.
Wakanda forever.
Is it? Is Wakanda forever?
It is. It's Wakanda.
Oh no!
We're,
Yep, we're back to normal. All good.
cool.
Alright, we're back.
Oh, Carl.
Carl.
Yep, you can talk now.
Yo.
Can't hear you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can hear you.
sorry guys.
All right, cool. I'm clear. Cool. All right. So continuing. Who did you want to know about? Tig, was it?
Mm-hmm. Tig. Or Tigariel, apparently.
Tigariel.
Yeah. I'm
I'm go-
looking for Nissa, my wife.
I actually know something of her without even looking here. An old enemy of mine tried to take her.
That was an interestingly structured sentence there, Hera.
Nissa was much like your young friend Felix is bound to something. She made an agreement with Carson. Kazux was not a nice man, and when she did not follow the terms of the agreement, ended her life.
Wait. He took Nissa?
Yes, I only met him once on a boat a long time ago.
Green?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was him.
Okay. Take go punch.
He set a lot of things in motion. Well, yeah, he took her, and wherever he is, he, from what I understand, the Endless Lord still wants every soul that dies, he believes belongs to him. So when Nissa died and he refused to hand over the soul, he was imprisoned. Kazuk's been imprisoned by the Endless Lord for hundreds of years. He did something to Nissa's soul, hid it somewhere, apparently tearing it apart in the process and hiding it piece by piece.
Might one piece be hidden within Tig?
Do you...
She popped out once.
Interesting.
Oh yeah, when I read my book, Nissa gave me a hug.
Do you mind if I take a look? She lays a hand on your chest and sort of pushes it slowly under your skin to your breast and touches your heart. And she's like, interesting. Yes, she's... You have her heart.
What?
Did you eat another person, Tig? No, I don't, but...
She's... Her soul is elsewhere, but her heart is yours.
Vanny! Oh! That's because of Vanny! Vanny did that! Oh.
If you can find a way to reconcile the two halves, you should be able to lay her to rest properly.
No, take on her back.
It's powerful magics that disrupts the order of life and death. Are you sure that's what you want?
It's funny coming from a lich.
I was cursed with this. This is not something
I don't
chose.
say that loud enough for her to hear.
Did you say it at all?
And Val doesn't mention it at all, that he can totally
no.
raise the dead. Though I don't think I can do someone who's been dead for more than, like, that long.
I think Dom just thinks it loudly.
So, it's not natural if Tig brings Nissa back.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
We can... Tigario. She will be with you forever. You are bound together. When eventually you pass away, you'll be with her if you can lay her to rest properly. You just need to find a way to lay her to rest, and eternity is yours to spend with her. This isn't the end.
Do you know how I could do that?
Because uniting the souls, I imagine some sort of restoration spell high enough in power, maybe multiple Arcanus casting could work. If you brought her here, I could try. I have a lot of knowledge now, having spent centuries in this library.
Okay. So, if I find Kazuk and get her soul and bring it here, you can fix? Maybe?
Yes, do you know where Kazug is?
No.
He's imprisoned above the gate to the Tower of the Dead. There's two warriors really there. There's one who was tasked for being the greatest mortal warrior ever to walk the earth and die. And another creation of the Endless Lord. Some night horror that guards it. I don't know the name of the horror, but I believe the name of the mortal warrior was Pyre.
Oh, fuck.
Pyre! Ah!
Meanwhile, Val and Felix are like, interesting.
Sounds like a fun guy. Yep.
Yeah.
Pirate. List of people to murder.
Oh, no, you can't kill Pyre.
Oh, yet.
You can kill Minotaur, but not Pyre. That's... Yeah, Tig kill Minotaur. You can't kill Pyre.
He's
All right,
the grandson of Poseidon.
Yeah.
That's important information.
He knows.
I will leave you to talk. I have to
No, you carry on.
speak with my guest as she turns towards Baphomet. Why are you
Sorry.
here? And it fades away as they start talking. And he's sort of like trying to get up in her face, and she's just talking calmly back. So you guys can chat about anything you've just learned.
Right.
So the answer, we've got to kill Kazuk, or and to get to him, we may have to go through Pyre.
Pyre.
I think we have to do both.
Sounds like. And
Now this
well,
pirate.
it sounds of it like we gotta kill the Endless Lord, but
No, I clarified to the elves when we were sent here. They said that's probably not best to do. As Reese reads his notes. But yeah, from what I remember, this Karzog guy was the guy that we were supposed to track down from episode 1.
Also, was Kazog?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do have that written down.
Yeah.
That's I've only made like 4 notes, and that's one of them, so it must be important. I may not have fully understood. Was Kazog the one who broke the mountain, or did the Yomagunda just come out? 'Cause he fired a thing at the mountain, didn't he? Did he there was some sort of was
orb.
that what broke it?
You can make an intelligence check to see the cause and effect of this.
Okay, I mean, it's just a flat, so I'll just roll a d20. Because...
Anyone that wants to roll, I will allow to roll, and you can give someone advantage if you wish. If you want to put
And I
your
was-
heads together.
below deck while most of that happened, I think.
I have a +4 in intelligence, so I can make a roll if you.
Okay, tell you what. Choose one of you now. I'll ignore the roll that's just been made because I only just looked and I hadn't said you can have advantage if you will help each other out.
Sure.
Choose one of you to do it. They roll. They can have advantage on intelligence check.
Felix, you go.
Let's go.
21.
The orb went out, hit the mountaintop. Several minutes later, something burst out from underneath.
Mm-hmm.
He made a comment about that the people he was talking to broke something, and he was just going to help it along.
Yeah.
So
They broke the wall of the world, didn't they?
more that when they killed 2 people, that they made it so that the chains which bind this creature were no longer stable.
Oh,
So
good.
when he did what he did, he made it so that it was awake and it just broke its way out of the world.
Okay. So he basically opened the door and it came through it.
More or less, yes.
Good. Day of fucking days.
Yep, day of fucking days. I'll tell you what.
Yep.
Alright. So it seems pretty straightforward to me that one, we probably need to find this Gate of the Dead. Where not only is your friend Pyre, son of Poseidon, is with some nightmare creature thing, but that's also where Karzog is. I'm just gonna make some mental leaps here. I assume we'll probably need to find the boatman, because he'll probably know where the Gate of the Dead is. Just throwing that out there.
We could ask the lady.
We could also ask the lady. That is a very
saves us at least 3 hours in game. I mean,
yes.
a day or two.
Yes. Fun times. So this Pyre guy, is he like a good? Was he a good man? A bad man?
I mean, the name sounds sort of fiery.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. No, was he the one that was titled King of the Pirates?
No.
That was.
That's right here.
He was. He was.
I know he was a general.
He was named Manslayer,
Manslayer,
at one point.
I just wanted to make sure he wasn't King of the Pirates. Well,
no, he was King of the Ant Soldiers.
He's look, I'll tell you, in 500 years of walking the earth, I would have never amounted to be able to fight Pyre one-on-one, let alone with a group. I have seen him cut through armies by himself.
Felix is making this face to you. That's great. That's
when she says he's the greatest warrior that walked the earth, if he walked that in my time, I can only imagine he got stronger.
Sure.
And I can tell you, I fought alongside of him, I fought with him, I fought against him, and I wouldn't if I could have my time back, I wouldn't do any of those.
And
that's
okay,
very
so
good.
Hang on. So you did fight with him, as in on the same side at one point, yes?
Yeah.
Is he a reasonable dude?
No.
On a scale of 1 to
me
persuadable?
something, please.
Yeah,
On a-
he's not entirely without honor.
Honor, yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
And he knows me.
No, Pyre will kill us.
Okay.
I mean, last time I'm pretty sure I shot an arrow at him.
Oh, so you didn't end on good terms.
No, he hit Vanny, and it only took one hit.
Is that the whole? Did we see the end of that in the book? In your book?
No.
Oh, okay, that wasn't then. Right, that was a different.
No, it was before that.
Okay.
No, but he sieged the city that we left right before that.
This mental image of
Killed.
one dude sitting outside. It's just like, don't you fucking come out. I will murder anyone who does.
Well, when the king's brother came out, he did exactly that.
But did he have an army with you when he sieged it, or it was just him?
No, he had an army. But,
Okay, cool. Much prefer my mental image, but yeah, all right.
He did not need army, though.
No, well, this is my thinking.
No.
I can tell you his reputation alone could have taken most cities.
Yeah. All right.
Very strong, very, very full of honor, but will not give up.
Okay.
I love the sound of this guy already.
Yeah. is there? I don't know. Can he fly?
Probably.
Damn it.
I mean,
Not-
last time, no.
That I've seen.
I mean, I could just turn the three of you into fucking seagulls and you just fly past him. You
Oh,
wouldn't
he's too
notice.
fast.
Okay. All right. Look,
We'd
fuck
be
it.
shot out of the air.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. Look, so
He uses spears.
fair. So, all right. I'm just spitballing.
Did Pyrite die during the tidal wave that ended our world? My world?
Technically, and this might give it away. Do you want to walk up to the?
Pyre was the tidal wave that
Do
destroyed
you want to
your
walk up to the
world.
bookshelf and say the name and see what happens?
Oh, I'm not touching any more books.
No, you just ask if he's there. But he's not, because he's at the gate guarding. Right?
I mean, I have some more questions for Hera when she's
Oh, sure.
done chatting
Well,
with
she's about done, so she'll turn around and be like, "I have two things which could help here. So, Baphomet, we have an agreement of sorts. Either he can stay here and he can read for 1 week without help, and he will stay bound to you, or one of you can attempt to fight him as he hunts you through the labyrinth. It will be to the death, and if you fail and die, he will still be bound to Felix forever. However, if you beat him, he will relinquish his hold on Felix and return to the abyss. So, Felix, this is really up to you. Do you want...
So just to clarify, he can read for a week, but he's still bound to me.
Yes.
Or one of us has to fight him on one-on-one and kill him. And then if he is defeated, he's then unbound from me.
That's correct. He's going to... He said he'll give you a 30-second head start to run through the labyrinth. He seems to like the hunt.
Fuck.
Wouldn't be my first time.
Can we have a
Wait,
minute
sorry,
to...
would be the first time? What do you mean?
Can I please?
Being hunted by one.
We did this for his brother.
Kronos.
Kernanos. Still
Oh.
getting used to talking.
Kernanos is the weakest of the three brothers, and Baphomet is the strongest.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. Oh, mate. I think it might be my turn.
Well, I sort of don't want you guys to risk your life for a dumb for something that I've done.
You did it for us, though, mate. My quest is completed. I've done what I said I would do. I don't think this is a very good idea for me.
How much time do we have to think about
Like, can
this?
we take a bit of time to prep?
You can, wait a while, but he cannot read until this is decided. He will eventually lose his patience.
Yeah.
Is his book in here?
Whose book?
Baphomet.
Baphomet.
He's not dead yet.
No, that's correct. He's not dead yet, and as a demon, he doesn't really get his books
doesn't
written
get-
here.
Do you have books here?
Me, yeah.
Are they somewhere he can't find them?
Yes.
How long, if he was kept here? How long until he wouldn't be able to stay of his own accord?
whenever I wish, and he can be trapped here for a while, but he could trick any passerby into letting him out. And as the Minotaur Lord, he can find his way through the labyrinth fairly easily.
Yeah.
I fought Carnanos, and I fought him without magics.
Did you beat Kernanos?
Beat, yes.
I mean, I'm here.
You did.
Oh, I'm gonna hate myself for this. I'll fight him.
Oh, mate. I'll do it.
No. This is me.
Can we?
Do you reckon you can?
It's his power. He can sap that right from you. And
Can we have a minute to talk?
Felix, I don't think it's a good idea for you to fight him. He does have control over some of what you can do.
Yeah. You basically, the only weapon you possess is him. Unfortunately, the only weapon I possess was that.
Yeah.
Dominic, can I talk to you?
Well, before you all split up, do you have any other questions for me?
I have
Something
many
particular?
questions for you. Yeah. Geez, boy, where to start?
May I ask one? Just a quick one. Can I have the scythe back for a moment?
Fortunately, no. That is not something I can allow.
All right. No, that's fine.
Do you want a replacement weapon?
Yeah.
Do you have nothing?
I can't let Felix do this.
Let's have your friends ask their questions. You might find some wisdom here, and then we will sort out the contest.
I mean, the first one burning into my brain is, how did Pyrate end up here?
I believe one of the sons of the King of Croya hit him with a poisoned arrow in the heel.
Well, that's a lackluster way to go for him.
Most deaths are a bit underwhelming.
My next question, how did you not end up with the rest of your family? How is it that Hera remains here when all of our other gods are trapped on that astral plane?
Sorry, what do you mean, our other gods?
Zeus, Apollo, Poseidon,
I've
Athena.
never heard of any of them. My name is Hera, given to me by my father. I was born
was your father?
a mortal elf. My father was he was the governor of a small province in the southern elven kingdoms.
Huh.
I think you
So
have
you're-
my name and another mixed up. I'm sorry.
A strange relief, but a sad one nonetheless. So none survive. All right.
Well, they're all stuck in the astral plane. Well, they're stuck in the void now.
Much the same, I suppose.
Sure.
Can I ask?
Yeah.
Yes, Tig?
I have Mrs. Hut. Is there a way for me to do something, do like that, so Dominic can eventually die and Tig not lose him? Because he is my tribe.
Dominic is a weird, weird case. I have tried writing the story of Dominic several times. People die that you know, you've been around a while, and they tell me of you. I write it in my books. Anytime I turn the page, the ink disappears. There is only one fixed point of history that you exist in. You are something else strange. The artifacts that you hold that have made your bow have seeped into you somewhat. I don't know what will happen if you die, or even if you can.
What does Tig have to do so he can?
I'm sorry. The boatman will know more than I. I'm just a collector of secrets, a librarian. This particular one is something new and strange, and I do not know.
Okay.
I'm ready to put it to the test.
Dominic,
So,
Yeah.
do you really want to test that now? Or do you want Tig to do it?
something tells me letting that thing run rampant through this library for a week is gonna cause an awful lot more problems.
I don't want him to know people's secrets.
Yeah, no, I don't either. I came here to stay here, one way or another. You all came with the plan to go back. I would like to see that happen.
Wait, you want to stay here?
Well, preferably not in this library. The boat was kind of nice, but you know.
The boatman may be able to take you to where you want to go and live out your days until you finally pass, but I honestly don't know how that will go. That's between you and he.
What does it cost?
Cost to do what?
Talk to the boatman or get on boat and go to places, or can we just go?
2 coins.
What?
The dead pay 2 coins, the living pay 1. They have to be coins of meaning. No gold or silver from your world will help. He doesn't care for it.
Something that is important to us?
Life, souls, and endings are his domain.
So,
He and I have talked a lot. I can call him here and he can take you to the dock, or I can have you sent to the dock to wait for his next arrival. After the matter of the Minotaur is dealt with, that is.
I apologize for bringing him here. I hope you understand why I did.
He did an excellent job in keeping you alive. Mortals tend to come here to find one specific thing, one book they need. To get to the heart of this library requires protection that you had no way of gaining. Every time you passed through a book, he steadied you and made sure that you arrived at the side safely, that you could get this far. I understand why you brought him, and I'm not too annoyed.
you make him sound like such a nice person, but
No, he
He's
is
not.
pure evil and wishes to see nothing but the torment of every living creature he can get his hands on. However, he did exactly what he said he would do. You brought me a weapon, and I believe a weapon is owed. And she takes her sword off her hip and hands it to you, Val. If you want this, you will be my champion.
Then I would gladly rid you of this Minotaur.
Okay. Well,
Fuck
I
me.
think we'll end the session right there.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
Titty
no.
fucking.
Hi, Val. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Val,
I'm happy to do that fight. I'll beat him.
I wanted to do it, but I was like, oh, I need to be sure they're okay with this.
Val, I will just give me a second. I'll send you the a little bit of information about the sword. Just give me just a moment, and then you can tell people here if you want. You give it yourself. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. I just need to find the goddamn.
I think I'll be sharing just because chat could be
yes.
mad at me if I don't.
Secret.
Keep it a secret.
I'll share bits of it only. In what manner will I be receiving this information, Nova?
I'm gonna message it to you in just a sec.
Ooh,
In Discord.
cool. That was my request. Yeah, my question.
Because she's handed this to you and you haven't taken it, you get the first line of this.
Oh no, I'd take it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But you know what I mean? Like you haven't tried to steal it from her.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. Okay. Good.
It has been sent. You can read it to everyone. You can read it yourself. I don't mind.
Yep. Oh fuck! Hilarious.
Yeah.
That's
Imagine.
okay. It's quite a lot. I'll read you the first line of the first bit. It's called Heart's Edge. Picking up this, you gain 3 levels of Paladin.
I'm sorry, what?
Cool.
Yeah,
He's level 19 now, by the way.
20.
I'm
No,
sorry,
19.
what?
Yeah.
You can fight back.
He's
That's fine.
saving
You go
your
ahead.
ass.
Yep.
All right.
Hey, Val, we're square.
We all G, baby?
Back to being friends.
Okay,
You went from level 16 to 19 with like a, would you like my shiny stick? You're like, sure.
Yeah,
We're all
shiny
G,
stick
baby.
sounds
Oh.
great. Borodin. Yeah. Really good thing to double class when you have a very high charisma as well. Picking
Yes.
the
We
gleaming
go
silver sword
far.
is a spray of quillions resembling a sunburst and a pommel shaped like a pair of hands clasped together. Its blade continually sheds light equivalent to the light spell, because of course it does.
Mhm.
Heart's Edge is a sword. It's a plus
what?
5 holy mithril sword
Hmm.
with all of the other abilities of a holy avenger in the hands of a paladin. Woot! This weapon deals an extra D6 points of damage that has changed.
This is points of damage to something that has changed its shape through any means.
Through any means. In addition, if a shape-changed creature or creature under the effect of a spell of the polymorph spell is struck by the sword with a successful melee attack, the creature must succeed a DC 19 wisdom save or immediately revert to its true form.
Seagull, kill. Seagull, kill.
Lastly, the Heart's Edge grants the following abilities when wielded by a good creature. Wielder gains a can as a bonus action.
Hold up a sec. Let me see what this is saying, because it seems to be all messed up. The wielder can, as a bonus action. Hang on,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Once per day, be granted 50 temporary hit points. Once per day, the wielder can swing Heart's Edge above his or her head as a standard action and create and launch a globe of searing radiance as per Sunburst. Dexterity save DC 22 for half damage.
I have to check what some of those
I
does again.
see.
Yep, looking that up now.
It might be a because originally this is from a old Pathfinder game played before I ever streamed any campaigns in my world. So this is a very, very special sword gifted to her by a knightly golden paladin avenger god. And now it's being passed to you. I will fix the wording, but everyone gets the basic idea. Yeah, it turns you into the righteous good guy. So
I've been the good guy.
Now you
yeah,
gotta lick the
but you haven't
parts.
been the holy righteous good guy. You've just been
you're not
the
whole
good guy.
Yeah. I'm just
Not been a
looking back up. I'm
3.5
just
paladin.
Yeah.
yeah.
So the most incredible weapon ever. That's what I had to say. Yes.
Yeah, pretty much.
One thing about the weapons, when I give people magic items, there's like D&D magic items. There's D&D artifacts, and then there's Nova's magic items. Which, you know,
I mean, Void's Call was functionally something from functionally a little bit of a beefed up version of
Black Razor.
something from the Black Razor from the Dungeon Master's Handbook. But yeah, that was an already sentient and extremely dangerous weapon that you just pimped out a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was like, because it needed that. Admittedly, pimped out in an
myself.
irritating and dickish way.
Oh,
So,
Yeah.
did everyone enjoy today's session? Is the main thing?
hell yeah.
Yes, today's session was an emotional roller coaster.
yeah.
You look kind of like exhausted.
I was shaking for the last
Just
half hour
processing.
when he's like, "Oh, so you can either let him in the library for a week, but you're still tied to him, or fight him to the death." I'm like, "Okay, cool."
What I adore.
Last week I was shaking. I was just like, no.
What
Those are choices.
I adore there is that we were all fighting over who would get to.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're all like, I want to fight the demon lord.
Like Josh is screaming, no, that's a stupid idea. Let some of these idiots want to do it. Let them. Dom might die. That's his best outcome for him.
And Tig doesn't want Dom to die. She's like, no, he's not done yet. No.
But the problem is, Val has grown and changed as I've played him. Let's be honest, I have played him as neutral good. I set out to play him as true neutral, but I've definitely wound up playing him as neutral good.
Yeah.
And Val would not let, as far as Val is concerned, Felix took one for the team. So Val, given that Val is really the only person who actually got what he came here for, and Val has finished it, Val's like, right, so Felix, who I kind of owe one to for lying, though Val is like, well, I don't really, like, I was doing it to protect you. I was doing it I wasn't doing it because I was worried you'd be mad at me. I was doing it because I didn't want to hurt your feelings that your dudes turned on us and tried to kill me.
Yeah.
But he was like, Val would not let anybody else take one for the team on that one, because the team has taken one for Val as far as he's concerned, and Felix has taken a big one in the face for Val.
Yes.
Wow. This was a lot.
Yes. So, just so we are clear, if you die against this thing, that's it. It's your character's dead.
Yep.
And we'll have to figure out if you're continue playing or not.
Are we allowed to help?
No, it's a one-off. She's going to open the labyrinth. He's going to run in. Baphomet will follow. The labyrinth will close.
Oh my god. So we're stuck here. Do we get to watch it on like a big screen?
Oh yeah.
Like
there's
in
just books that
well, one person hasn't read a book yet.
Yeah, he hasn't.
Yeah.
So he could read.
I mean, I can read that in the
fight
meantime
if you want.
Like...
Well, no, you could just read my book of the fight once it's done.
Yeah.
Oh, this was sick, man. Oh.
I come back. I was like, I can't tell you, but I could show you.
Ooh.
So you guys know, you missed. There were 3 other books you could have read that I had things for. One of which was Felix's, and I won't tell you those ones. So it all came down to which way you turned every time. Until that last one.
Baphomet's book.
Until that last one where I said, do you want to focus on something? You're like, I want to focus on Dom. And it's like, okay, well, you get to hear how Dom murdered his friend, but then it didn't follow what Dom did. It followed what someone else thought.
Yeah.
So,
Mainly because that's Dom's whole backstory is crowded in shadow.
well, it's
I'm
not.
really
He can
glad
tell you
the
everything.
sad parts of my backstory didn't come out.
Yeah.
What sad
I was just like,
parts? There's
I
no
already
sad
knew
parts.
that. Give me something I didn't know.
You can ask
Yeah.
him all the things you want, but the problem is like I said, she can't seem to write things. There's something wrong with Dom. We'll find out later. So, audience, I hope you enjoyed that. I have been watching the chat go past. Now we spent a lot more time than usual just chatting at the end amongst ourselves. It's not usually a thing we do.
Yeah, we normally do that off camera. Sorry.
Yeah.
But this was a big episode. A lot happened. I don't know how far we are from 1,000. Let's have a look.
I think
It
we're
was
like
like 6.
4 or 6 or something.
So,
And I
Yeah,
think
so-
chat decided they wanted me instead to wear a
Okay.
beard for a day.
for a day,
Oh.
sure.
So for the whole session next week, if we get to 1,000 by that point, I'll be wearing a bright pink beard to match all of you.
Okay.
I'm just disappointed I don't get to dab. That's.
Oh, I'll still dab. I promised you I would.
Yeah.
But Reese wants to dab. Alrighty,
Does
guys.
that mean we
so
dab next session?
Yes.
Thank you all for coming. We really appreciate every single one of you. The subs, the bits, the follows, everything. It's been great. You're slowly building that Harrow bar back up.
Oh no!
Yep, I have seen
Last
chat
time-
doing that.
I will tell you what the Harrow bar did last time. The Harrow bar gave you the boat, right? That
Uh-huh.
scene
Okay.
was not going to be there. That was the roleplay side of it, which, as I said to these guys, if they hadn't gone through that portal, they effectively would be losing chunks of wisdom as their mind died in this memory while their body lived.
I think the only person
Um,
who could have actually made the save is Felix.
Yeah.
Nobody else had
and-
listened high enough
I would
to
have
even
died
make it.
probably.
Yeah.
And then there was the draw from the Harrow deck, which is a form of tarot cards, which had an unfortunate effect on Felix's sword. And then I actually gave him a chance to get that sword again when he went to the memory, and he just didn't take it. It was
Yeah.
there on her hip, and he could have just been like, through the portal, yank, and just yeah. But nope, he didn't want the sword. He prefers his bone wrist blade thing.
Yep, which I'll probably lose when Baphomet dies.
Yeah.
Good chance.
And then you can ask the lady where the sword is.
Yeah.
Either that or Tig can give you an arm.
Uh,
Can I come
Can
from
you
the UK?
Here's a club!
please?
I saw
Need,
a fellow that said, "Can I come to the UK?" And I was like, "I'm not in the UK. What are we talking about? This from the UK."
can I come? Okay. Oh, right.
Aw.
Anyways, yes.
Where are
so,
you in the UK, Trampy No Pants?
So,
No beans.
it is pretty much time for us to wrap this up. We're a little bit over time, and we're all kind of sleepy except for
Yeah, we are.
I just woke up.
3.5 hours ago, roughly.
Uh,
So, I will let these guys do their goodbyes, starting with Reese.
Hey guys, I'm Reese. Spoiler alert, Reese in the chat. I was playing Felix tonight. I also am part of a channel called Nerds of the West. We play board games, video games. We also have a YouTube channel, which we are constantly doing stuff on there. If that interests you, if you want to hang out with me, feel free to come over, give us a follow, give us a subscribe, all that cool stuff. And yeah, there's a huge group of us over there as well. So
Next along, we have Dominic's player, agent number 1. I had to go check.
That's me. I'm Dominic's player. I'm agent number 1. Yeah, I'm here on the channel all the time. I play in the Empires of Darkness campaign on Mondays as well. Also going to be coming up in a new campaign that we're going to be talking about soon. We've been rolling up characters and doing artwork and stuff, so secrets abound. I'm also part of the Wonders and Blunders crew, who there's links to down below and in the chat. That chat's that way. Which is a fun podcast that's like a comedy horror vibe. We've got almost 60 episodes or so out now. We've been running over a year. It's really fun, little hour-long episodes, tightly edited, music, sound, all the jazz. So check it out if you like D&D and want a fun little group to listen to.
Okay. Next along is my lovely fiance, Shrogril.
Hi everybody, I am Shrogril. I played your Tig tonight, I don't really know how to describe her anymore since she's starting to remember words and sentence structures, thanks to the lovely efforts and consideration of Valistay, the battleship. I live on this channel. I'm engaged to Nova, which is awesome, which means D&D is my life.
We met playing D&D. A friend was like, "Can I bring a girl to the D&D game?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure, whatever."
Bro,
Ew, a girl.
And then she showed up, and I was like,
And how did any of you get anything done?
I mean, she
You were
was
just thinking
really
about girl.
annoying.
I was really
girl.
annoying.
She broke all my D&D models, and I was
Not.
freaking furious for the first like 6 weeks.
And then I cooked you dinner. But anyway, guys, you can find me here on Roll for Damage for this game on Friday nights. You can also find me here for the Empires of Darkness campaign, which I play alongside Agent Number 1, who is over in that direction for me, over the top of the DM. Hello! You can also find me starting next week. I'm going to have my own stream up and running finally.
Said this for a year.
Yes, I know. And then uni happened. So I'll be making little Japanese sweets and playing lots of weird games and generally being a scaredy cat. So yeah, you can come and find me there and see what happens. Love you guys.
All right. And next along, we have, who is it? The only person that hasn't done it. I'm so clever. God, it's late. I'm tired. Is Josh, who played Valistay.
G'day. Oh, that was a good voice. I like that. You should do that accent more often.
I would never do an accent.
Yeah, hi guys. I'm Josh the Pirate. I play in this, where I'm your lovely battleship, and I really want, even if Tig gets super smart, I don't want to stop her calling me battleship. I like that. Yeah, when I'm not here, I puppeteer in a comedy puppet show, and I also play Scairn Felspar, the half-elf beastmaster in There Be Dragons. And in contrast to Kieran's podcast, our episodes tend to be quite bulky, and therefore we don't release them as often.
There's different styles. There's different styles for everybody.
We are still comedy though. We are sort of gunpowder era. It's heavy on the role play. Sort of weeks can elapse without any combat. Yeah, there's a team of 4 or 5 of us, including one of Reese's mates, Tom, from Nerds of the West, because we all crossbreed. Is that the word? Yeah, fuck it.
Sure.
Yeah, and you can check us out on wherever you get your podcast things.
All right, and lastly, hi, I'm Nova, or Nova 1. I was a DM tonight. Yeah, I DM this game. I DM Empires of Darkness. I'm currently planning another game, and it's a lot of D&D, but I love it. So I run this channel with Producer Veg, who also does DMing. He's going to have a new game coming up as well. So there's a lot of things in the works. There's also a new game coming up on Wednesday night. So we're trying to give you guys more content. We've got things planned for YouTube and other stuff. We're really trying to get the ball rolling. So hopefully sometime after Christmas, we'll have a whole just plethora of things out and going. And then some of those games are happening before Christmas as well. But yeah, ginger beard is best beard. Yes, I agree, Marno.
Reese is mainly brown, actually. Really.
It looks
red in the light.
Anyway,
it depends on what light's shining on it. Like sunlight will make it more red, so will my light, but then other lights will make it look more brown.
I've got white in mine, but no red.
I have a little bit of white. I found a white bit today.
Anyways, moving towards the end of this can be discussed after.
Yeah.
Check down below for our Discord, our YouTube, our Twitter, schedule, our merch store, which has cool little mugs and mouse pads and hoodies and shirts. And we are getting our Patreon up. It is down there right now. We have to just bring it up a little bit. There's a few things in there that I want to just make a bit more concise and clear. And then we'll be up and running. And there'll be new things coming out on Patreon every month or so. We're adding extra tiers and stuff. So, stay tuned. But for now, we'll pass this along to Producer Veg.
Hey guys,
Raid,
what an amazing game.
Oh, he's a
Seriously.
robot.
I'm a robot?
Oh,
That's impossible.
Oh no.
Stupid!
Oh no.
Oh no.
what is going on?
Spooky producer
Okay,
voice.
There it
so
is.
Veg
There
is
it is.
coming from the fourth dimension.
Yeah.
It will
Everybody
take time.
on the stream might be able to hear
hilarious.
me fine, but you guys might be struggling. I don't know why. Can you
Yeah,
guys
I
hear
don't
me?
Maybe.
No,
Let me
Trampy
know.
Nopez says oogly boogly.
Yeah.
In the
Right.
meantime, I made a shirt.
Okay, so yeah, he's kind of inaudible. Can everyone just quickly put F's in the chat if people are hearing Veg as weird as we are, and then we will. I'll find someone for us to raid, or he can find someone for us to raid.
We got
yeah.
someone to raid here. We're gonna be. I'll take it away for poor robot Veg. He does. I do think he's coming
Okay.
across okay on. The
He's coming
stream.
across to them okay. He's just low volume. So crank your volume a bit, Veg. Go for it. We'll all shut up while you do your outro.
I'm gonna laugh all the
Right,
time.
if I'm still coming across anyone loud or quiet, I don't know. I've cranked my volume. I have fantastic audio on my end, apparently. Yeah, we're going to raid a channel which we've just found, which is Cantrip Breakers. They're another D&D channel from, I believe, America. They're playing Lost Minds of the Fandelver. I don't know why this is so funny to you guys. I'm watching their faces, and it's just so hard to concentrate. They're currently playing Lost Minds of the Fandelver, which is one of my favorite modules. I hope it's one of yours too. We're going to go across there. You can show them as much love as possible by spamming them with our emotes, preferably the R4D raid emote.
I can tell you what's funny.
It sounds like he's speaking into one of those little plastic microphones.
Alright, well,
Sorry.
either way, we're going to go raid them, spam them with the emotes, let them know what your favorite aspect of D&D is, chat away with them, let them know where you came from, and we'll catch you guys on Monday for Empire
Can't hear him at all now.
You should just
All
mute
right.
our line because we're talking shit.
I really should just mute you all. We'll catch you all next week. Say bye, guys.
We're raiding.
Okay, everything's fine.